It has been a haunting undertone to the new year. At moments, the start of 2007 has sounded like the end of 2002 or the start of 2003. It's been as if you could just substitute one letter, an N, for a Q. And all that President Bush once said before he took us to war in Iraq was being recycled as what he's been now saying about Iran. Our third story in the countdown, your ears and your instincts are not deceiving you. It feels that way because it is literally, almost word for word, the truth. We'll play you the tapes in a moment. The hard news details of the day first. Both Iraqi and U.S. officials continuing to suspect Iranian involvement in the January 20th attack in Karbala that claimed the lives of 5 Americans, on which more to come. But last night, Mr. Bush used words ostensibly intended to assuage concerns that he is trying to provoke a clash with Iran.
Some are trying to take my words and say, well, what he's really trying to do is go invade Iran. Nobody's talking about that.
In fact, some people are talking like that, specifically the very same conservative think tanks which pushed for the Iraq war as part of an aggressive U.S. policy of regional transformation throughout the Middle East. So if Mr. Bush's words fail to convince, it may be because he used similar language, very similar language, in 2002, at a time when critics suspected he had already decided to invade Iraq. Consider the similarities between the phrases Mr. Bush uses now about Iran and the ones he used in 2002 about Iraq.
The Iraqi people cannot flourish under a dictator that oppresses them, threatens them.
Our struggle is not with the Iranian people. As a matter of fact, we want them to flourish.
Iraq is a land rich in culture, and resources, and talent.
And the Iranian people are proud people, and they've got a great history and a great tradition.
If we fail to act in the face of danger, the people of Iraq will continue to live in brutal submission. The regime will remain unstable. The region will remain unstable, with little hope of freedom, and isolated from the progress of our times.
And one of the things that the Iranian government has done is they've begun to isolate their nation to the harm of the Iranian people.
Hopefully this can be done peacefully.
I believe we can solve our problems peacefully.
All options are on the table.
All options are on the table.
But it is not mere rhetoric that echoes down to us from 2002. Strategically, diplomatically, Mr. Bush is pursuing the same course now that he did then. Disengage from discussion, marshal international condemnation, convince the world that the enemy in question aids and abets anti-American terrorism now, and that it poses a grave potential threat in the future. In 2003, when Mr. Bush still exhibited thorough optimism about Iraq, he spoke quite openly about what would come next.
We support the advance of freedom in the Middle East because it is our founding principle and because it is in our national interest. The Middle East presents many obstacles to the advance of freedom, and I understand that this transformation will be difficult. The way forward in the Middle East is not a mystery. It is a matter of will and vision and action.
But the logic has since become inverted. Back then, American success in Iraq was supposed to lead to success in Iran. Now we are told that we must succeed with Iran to ensure our success in Iraq. But even standing on its figurative head, the administration's conclusion remains inviolate. Something must be done about Iran.